Before we begin, if you're watching this right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It only takes a second, and it really helps us bring you even deeper NBA stories every single day. Now let's get into the wild twist nobody expected. This week, something unbelievable happened in the Rookie of the Year race. Cooper Flagg, the guy who was supposed to dominate this award from day one, just got passed again. First, it was VJ Edgecombe's explosive start to the season. Everyone thought that was just a temporary hot streak. But now, almost a quarter into the season, another rookie has officially jumped ahead of Flagg. Khan Kenniple is suddenly the new favorite for Rookie of the Year. And honestly, no one saw this coming. And let's clear up one thing right away. This is not about team records. Rookie of the Year has never been about how good your team is. And ironically, Khan's Hornets are actually worse than Dallas. So if team success doesn't matter, then how did Cooper, the most hyped rookie in years, lose his grip on the award this fast? To understand that, you have to go back to just how massive his hype really was. Cooper wasn't only the favorite, he was being treated like a generational lock. The odds had him as such a heavy favorite that even LeBron in 2003 didn't open this high. Kevin Durant's rookie year odds weren't this high. Even Victor Wembanyama, who came in with alien-level hype, wasn't this far ahead of the class. Cooper Flagg entered the NBA as a historic minus 225 favorite. People expected him to run away with this thing, the same way people expect OKC to run through the West. But then reality hit, and it hit fast. People saw Cooper dominate Olympic camp practices at 17 years old. They saw him hitting shots over actual NBA Hall of Famers. Clips went viral, narratives exploded, and fans convinced themselves that Cooper wasn't a rookie. He was a ready-made veteran, someone who would walk into the NBA and instantly conquer any situation. But that fantasy didn't survive the first month of the season. Because by Cooper's 11th NBA game, the general manager who drafted him got fired. Coaches get fired after early losing streaks. GMs almost never do. The only other time a GM got fired this fast after drafting a player was during the Anthony Bennett disaster, which tells you exactly how chaotic this environment became. And now imagine being 18 years old, playing in front of your own home crowd, while thousands of people are chanting, "Fire Nico." That's what Cooper had to walk into. That's what he had to carry. And the truth is harsh but simple. If the Mavericks were winning, no one would be chanting anything. Nico wouldn't be out. The fan base wouldn't be melting down. And Cooper wouldn't be caught in the middle of a storm he didn't create. So the real question isn't how did Khan pass him? The question is, what went wrong this fast with a kid who was supposed to be generational? And that's where the story gets even crazier. Everyone keeps bringing up this whole Cooper should have been a point guard from day one narrative, but Yar Sachbatun, that expectation was never fair. People forget Jason Kidd did the same experiment with Giannis, but there's one huge detail nobody ever mentions. Giannis was 21, third year in the league, already adjusted to NBA pace, physicality, decision-making. He had time to fail, learn, and grow. Cooper? Bro was thrown into that exact responsibility on day one, at 18 years old. But expectations? Off the charts. Just because he played well in an Olympic scrimmage 2 years ago? Come on, be serious. And even with all that pressure, all that responsibility, and all that chaos around him, Cooper has been good, like actually good, especially for a kid who should be worrying about college assignments, not NBA playbooks. When you isolate the noise and just watch him hoop, his talent pops instantly. One-on-one scoring, that mid-range comfort, finishing efficiency, touch around the rim. The dude didn't fail. He was thrown into a system designed for Luka and told to survive. And still, he did more than survive. But here's the twist. While everyone hyper-fixated on Cooper, another name quietly stepped into the Rookie of the Year race. This white kid from Duke, Khan Kenniple. Bro went from 6th best preseason odds to the new favorite. And honestly, he earned it. We were told he was a great shooter. Turns out that was an understatement. His shooting mechanics? Textbook. Release? Lightning fast. Off movement, off screens, fadeaways, it doesn't matter. He looks NBA ready from possession one. And the biggest thing? He plays on a team where he doesn't have to force anything. Charlotte's entire offense runs through LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and Miles Bridges. Khan can literally go full possessions without touching the ball. And that's actually a blessing. When your job is to be the third or fourth option, all the pressure melts away. Meanwhile, Cooper is out there being asked to be the offense. Watch Charlotte run Khan as a screener. LaMelo pulls two defenders, flips the ball back, and boom! Khan gets open threes on a silver platter. That's the beauty of being surrounded by real playmakers. And better yet, Khan isn't just a shooter. Give him space, he'll attack off the dribble. Give him a driving lane, he'll cut. Give him help defense, he'll punish it. His skill set is tailor-made for that roster. And the wildest part? This rookie class, Joe Log K Rahede Week, is looking scary deep. Rising talent everywhere. And the 2026 class? Insane. Some NBA execs even said Cooper Flagg would be the third best prospect in that group. Maybe even fifth or sixth. Generational? Better stop using that word loosely. This whole debate does one thing. It creates insane, unrealistic expectations for a teenager who never asked for any of it. Cooper didn't stand on a stage begging to be called generational. The media did that. Social platforms did that. One viral Olympic clip did that. And now Yahoo tries to soften the blow by saying, we weren't dragging Cooper, we were just trying to hype the new draft class. But Yar, come on. You can't say he'd go third at best and then act surprised when people take that as a shot at him. Intentions aside, that's exactly how it lands. And if Cooper would only be the third pick, you naturally start wondering, okay, so how good are these upcoming kids? And that's where the conversation gets wild, because the names being compared to Cooper Flagg aren't your normal prospects. We're talking A.J. Dianoa, Darren Peterson, and Cam Boozer, the elite of the elite in the upcoming draft cycles. The craziest part? Most fans don't even realize Cooper actually reclassified. He literally skipped a grade, meaning he's the same age as Dianoa and Peterson. But while Cooper already dove headfirst into the NBA fire, Peterson has played 2 college games and is still being projected as the #1 pick. That tells you the hype is real. Scouts are calling him the most complete freshman guard they've evaluated in years. 3-level scorer, killer mentality, tough defender. And at 6'6", he solves the exact problem NBA teams are tired of: elite offensive guards who can't guard a chair. Look at Ja, look at Trey. Superstars who put up numbers but have ceilings because on defense, they're mismatches. Teams want dynamic two-way guards, and Peterson fits that mold. But A.J. Dianoa isn't far behind. He could easily go #1 too. A 6'9" forward at BYU putting up 20 a night, and he makes it look simple. He rises into jump shots like KD, clean, fluid, unstoppable. Some scouts do worry he might be more Andrew Wiggins than Kevin Durant because his handle and passing need refinement, but even then, he's consistently mocked in the top 3. And then you have Cam Boozer, 6'9", NBA bloodline, polished skill set, and the ability to attack defenses in ways most young forwards can't. He can shoot, handle, bully mismatches, and read the floor like a veteran. Players with that many pathways to creating offense are the ones who separate themselves. So while the world kept saying Cooper Flagg was miles ahead of any future rookie class, reality is hitting fast. He's not surrounded by scrubs. This new pipeline of talent is no joke. But here's the twist nobody talks about. The Cooper hype wasn't created by scouts. It was created by fans and media chasing a superhero origin story. That viral Olympic clip at 17 years old set expectations that no one could realistically meet. It painted Cooper as a tier above humanity. But as the draft classes matured and as young prospects continued to pop, people are finally realizing something important. Cooper still might be the best of the bunch. But it's not going to be some slam dunk, untouchable, guaranteed thing. The last year was built on the myth that Cooper existed in a tier of his own. In truth, the entire tier was underestimated. And that's what this season exposed. Not Cooper's flaws, but the NBA media's miscalculation. They assumed he'd dominate because they assumed the rest of the field wasn't close. Turns out the field is a lot closer than anyone expected. The next few years, they're going to be competitive, chaotic, and insanely entertaining. Because this wave of talent is deeper than advertised. And while that's great for fans, it puts pressure on Dallas. To truly maximize Cooper, their new GM has a mountain to climb. If there are scouts saying Cooper would go third in next year's draft, then Dallas needs to do everything possible to get him help. They need another blue-chip talent next to him. They need to tank. They need a running mate for a kid who was thrown into the fire on day 1. And even if they land that help, It still won't erase the pain of losing Luka in his prime. But that's its own tragedy. And now, just when Dallas finally committed to tanking, Kyrie Irving is suddenly returning way earlier than expected. Somehow, that's terrible news for the Mavericks.